Hi everyone, how you doing tonight? I'm doing something a little different. It's about 10 o'clock and I'm just kind of fading down into the night like I usually do before I go to bed. I came up with a budget idea of my costs living in my van, and I think my last video I talked about what my expenditures were and whether or not I thought my Social Security I could go ahead and make my payments and make all my financial obligations and just not work. So I have a little card I'm going to show you in a minute that has the numbers. Really at night when I'm in my van and it's quiet time, I've usually picked a fairly quiet place to relax. I usually like to read. I read science fiction books mostly. I also go on the internet with my phone and go to other YouTube channels and watch some of the guys that I watch. I also watch all kinds of videos on my phone. I can get the different Hulu and some of the other video channels that I could watch movies in. But I've got my little TV set, and I also have my little video player as well. And I think I had mentioned a while back, I have about 300 videos, Blu-rays and regular DVDs that I can watch also. So most of my nights are real quiet, and I pick places where, that basically I won't be bothered. And since I've been here in Arizona, I've had no problems with anybody bothering me once I settle down for the night. Here in my van with the lights that I have that are now all pointed my direction as I lay down here in my bed, from the outside you can't see anything. It just looks like an empty van, and I've mentioned that before. So I could park on the street or anywhere and I really don't get bothered. So when I'm getting ready for bed, I brush my teeth. I have my, over here I have my drawers, which has my little makeshift sink that I set in there, and brush my teeth, take my pills, just really boring stuff, nothing really major. I can move my clothing from behind my head here, which you can see the rack. So I have my clothes during the day kind of stretched across here, and then I move them over, and if you look over to the side over here, I've got my all of my clothes laid up against the wall, and these will be back a little bit further when I get toward getting ready to go to sleep. So this van configuration, the original way that I had it, really worked the best, where I have my cabinet over here, and I'm looking for a nice comfortable chair again to put up front, but it's going to be more like a comfy recliner this time. Because I do spend at night a sufficient amount of time sitting in my chair and reading, or going on watching videos on the internet, or just surfing basically, that I need to have a comfortable chair. So I'm going to get myself a nice recliner. Even though it won't be able to recline, it should be pretty comfy. It just needs to fit in the open spot now that I have just that little stool bench that I've used so far. So anyway, so I wanted to go through the numbers a little bit tonight. Try to get it where you can see it well enough, but I guess this is a pretty good view here. So let me move in on this and see if I can't stand it up. There we go. So when I'm looking at my numbers, I have my gasoline every month is about $250, and that's with marginal running around. I don't spend a lot of money on gas. I could certainly spend a lot more if I wanted to drive a lot more. I have been using my little car, so that figure includes driving my second car, which is a lot more fuel efficient. I pay $50 for my phone and internet service. I go through Boost Mobile on my phone, and I have unlimited talk and text and internet usage. I spend about $350 on food. That's a rough figure. If I eat out mostly all the time, although I do supplement canned soups and things, so that helps keep the price down, but that's where I am with that. I have a dental plan through Cigna that runs $45 a month. It's a top of the line, like practically zero deductible. And I just basically, when I go to the dentist, I don't hardly pay for anything. So I've been in good shape with that. I have a $30 accident insurance through Aflac that was provided through the company that I work for. And it's a supplemental. So now that I don't have any health insurance, if I were to break an ankle or whatever, dislocate a finger or whatever, if I ended up having to go to the hospital for an emergency, it pays for the ambulance, at least most of it. So I do have some form of insurance, and it's pretty cheap, $30 a month, to make sure that I'm taken care of in case something happens. I have a $100 credit card bill, but that's not that it's $100 minimum payment. I just make always a $100 payment on my credit cards every month because of the fact that it's probably only about $35 or $40, but when I spend money on the credit card, it's usually for maintenance on my vehicles. So getting tires and, things like that is basically what it is. So anyway, that's what the credit card portion of that is. Planet Fitness, $20 a month. Good for any Planet Fitness anywhere in the United States. So if I'm going to be picking up and traveling again, it's a great investment. I have found no better way to get a shower every day and get a workout at least every other day than with Planet Fitness. I just love it. I can't say enough about it. It's a wonderful place. I really recommend it for somebody that doesn't want to spend a whole lot of money. They might not have all the bells and whistles, but hey, they got nice showers, and that's really the main reason that I have it. $200 extra money that goes to savings, so I still believe that I should be able to put money away every month just because of the fact that, planning for a rainy day. And then it averages out to $25 a month for my car insurance. That's for both vehicles, my van and my little car. Of course, that would go down if I got rid of my small car. And I have it through Geico. I have very minimum insurance. My cars are old, so $25 a month. Multiply that out 6 months. I make a one-time payment. So you got a grand total of $1,070 with putting money away and basically going pretty, I think, extreme on most of the things that I have there. So I have the basic coverage for myself. So my Social Security is supposed to be and this is just a rough number, I'm not giving you the real number, but it's somewhere around the range of $1,150 a month. And you subtract the $1,070, then I still have $80 a month to play with. And I just think that that's pretty sufficient money. If I wanted to, I think the option's always open that if I want to stick around an urban area and work for a while, 6 months doing something, that certainly gives me the option if I want to make a little bit of extra money and bank it, which I might do. But I kind of like the idea, the freedom of being able to move around and make those choices. So, I might be a job hopper guy, and then again, I might just go ahead and decide to just go ahead and sell my car, my second car, and just live in this van that I've got. And the van has been, like I said, it's been pretty much maintenance free. I haven't had to spend really any money on it. The only thing I can see that it probably needs is a carburation tune-up or something. Sometimes it's a little harder to start, but I have starting fluid that helps get it going. So, but that is leading to some kind of problem eventually. So I will have to deal with it. But hey, that's why you have a savings account. That's why you have a credit card, in case something goes on. So as long as it isn't something major, which I'm not anticipating a van like this is going to wear out. This is just a bare bones, years in the making of a Chevy, the 350 V8. They've been making it for so long that they're just very dependable cars. So, anyway, that's my video for tonight. It's just kind of talking about expenses a little bit. I think if you can hunker down and not spend a whole lot of money on things, don't get extravagant, then I think it looks like it's going to be possible for me to be able to just live off my Social Security. So I do have a little bit of 401, so don't get me wrong. I have other sources of income coming up here as well that I could start taking, but I'd like to just as well keep it in the bank and not really, spend any of my 401. I'd like to just be able to live off Social Security, so that money is still there in case I need it in the future. So I think as long as my health holds up and I don't have any issues, I can go to the doctor once a year or maybe run some blood work or something. That'll be the big issue. Then I think I should be okay. So anyway, so not much of a video tonight, just a before bedtime one. And anyway, I will try to make another video here soon, a couple more days maybe. And again, if you like my video, please like, and if you'd like to subscribe, please do. You guys have a great night, and I will catch you down the road a little bit later. All right, bye-bye.